Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you very much for joining me for episode 37 of Soapbox Daily. Do you know what day it is, folks? Yes, this is the first episode we're going to be doing of Conspiracy Tuesdays. So get your tinfoil hat out and come join the fun. We're going to talk about some conspiracy type theories or ideas every Tuesday. That's what we're going to do moving forward for the time being because, I don't know, there's some questions. There's some questions out there, so people might want to know. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. I want to thank you very much for joining me today on this tremendous Tuesday, this Conspiracy Tuesday. Specifically, did something happen at CERN? That is our question for today. Did something happen at CERN? And as always, how was your integrity today? How was your week starting off? Well, some people had a holiday Monday yesterday, but for those that didn't, either way, how is your integrity today? Are you being the change the world needs? Positive change. And also, hey, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show and also our long format show of Get Off My Soapbox podcast, which is every Wednesday evening. Okay, so moving forward with today's episode of Soapbox Daily. Did something happen at CERN? Now, CERN's been a question for a lot of people. It really has been. What is the nature of what is going on there? So let's give you a little background on what CERN is. Located on the Franco-Swiss border, CERN is officially known as the European Organization for Nuclear Research and is an acronym, if I pronounce that right, for French, Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire. Yeah, my French is not that great, but I do my best. This might be the first time you have heard of CERN, but the organization has actually been around for quite the while, actually. Founded in 1952, the organization is known for providing world-class physics research with a focus on understanding the atom. What are they doing? They are playing around with the building blocks of life and time and everything. Everything that exists, they're playing around with this. And that brings up a little bit of questions for people of, well, you're playing around with all this stuff. Don't you think you can alter stuff? This is where the questions come in. They're smashing apart atoms and the building blocks and nucleuses and this and that and everything that makes up everything. They're ripping it apart, making miniature black holes and everything. I mean, the mind goes a whole bunch of different realities and ways when you start thinking about this. For the level of stuff that they're doing, it's along the same lines, if not more intense than a nuclear bomb, in my opinion, because they're really getting into the building blocks of everything. The question comes up, and conspiracy theorists will start bringing up stuff like the Mandela Effect, a phenomenon that occurs when large groups of people believe something happened even though evidence shows it isn't true. Some think more of these instances have occurred since CERN was established and suggest that its particle physics experiments are causing the world to shift into parallel universes. People are recalling the original reality, which is why there's a divergent thought according to the believers. People are believing stuff happened one way, and it didn't, according to history. And this is where the whole parallel thing goes, and this is where the concern is when it comes to CERN. Are they messing around with the reality, the parallel universes, and when it comes to how things work? Because if they're making little miniature black holes, well, black hole is kind of sucks everything in, even time and light. Are we altering the realities? When the world went sideways, when it came to, let's think about this for 1 second, what I've seen in my lifetime. The fact that we went from a positive change in the right direction with Obama. And I know everybody seems to reference the U.S. as the reference point when it comes to a lot of things, but Obama was on the right track in that era. And then the world just went sideways. Just think about it, look at it, research it, Google it. You might just see that there's an issue with where things went at the tail end of Obama's term and this whole Trump thing. Look at the world as a whole at that point. Look at the greater world of everything that transitioned between the time that he was leaving office, we're talking about Obama, and Trump came in. Just look at that. Do some research, do some digging. That's my conspiracy on that. But just think about that one. In what world, what reality does Trump become president? A conniving, underhanded businessman who basically is just in for the bottom line and for himself. How does he become president of one of the most powerful countries in the world doesn't make sense to me. But hey, I'm going to leave that up to you. CERN says they didn't do anything wrong. Maybe they don't even realize they did something wrong. Maybe they made the change, things messed up, it went sideways, the world changed, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. We did nothing wrong, but they're in the new reality. And maybe their reality just moved over where everybody else kind of took a shift, took a left at the fork in the road. I think something happened at CERN. I mean, it's not like we opened up a gateway to hell or anything like that, but it's pretty close to it. Something changed around the end of the Obama term and got us to where we are now. Look at the world around us. Look what happened between that time and now. Pandemic, war, major stuff happening, Trump being a president. I mean, it's kind of extreme, my friends. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you. Do some digging. Check it out. You might find some interesting points, but that is, of course, the subject we're to discuss today for our Conspiracy Tuesdays start. What is happening at CERN and what happened at CERN for why we are where we're at now? Did something happen? I don't know. You be the judge. All right. So, it's not Monday, it's a Tuesday. And, well, you know what? We're going to wrap this up at this point. I hope you have an amazing day moving forward. Please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show of Soapbox Daily and our long format show of Get Off My Soapbox podcast. I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Have an amazing day moving forward. Keep your integrity in check, and I will see you next episode.